The now annual Pattaya Guitar Festival is of particular interest to me because it brings some of the finest classical guitarists to our city. It also showcases some of the finest young upcoming talent there is in Thailand. So let's take a look back at some of the highlights from last year's event. So the winner of the senior competition is also the winner of the junior competition as well. It's Kunchinawa. Now, how old are you exactly?
I'm 17 years old.
Only 17? How long you've been playing guitar? What age were you when you started to play guitar?
I started play guitar when I 10 years old, but I learned it by myself.
You're very good, and you can see you're very natural.
I think music is I make a story. Like I drawing a picture.
Like a picture. We're at the Siam Bayshore, and the quality of the competition has been unbelievable. Myself and Snowman have been judges, and it wasn't easy, was it?
Absolutely not. Some great players here, and I think we did them all justice. But they were wonderful. If you didn't get a chance this year, next year make sure you come out because you hear some just beautiful players.
Yeah, and the technique. I mean, as you and me are guitar players in different styles, but when you listen to the classical style, you've got to admire it, haven't you?
Oh, the technique and just the beauty of everything. It's just wonderful. It was a great morning. I had a wonderful time watching, and even if I wasn't a judge, it would have been great just to be here to listen.
Yeah. What impressed you the most?
The dexterity and the memory for the pieces, because they're very intricate, and you know, just a lot of talented people here.
Yeah. For me, it's just that it's so difficult. Some of those pieces are so difficult to play, and we can recognise that.
Yes, that's for sure. That's for sure. It's not 1, 4, 5.
That's for certain. That's for certain. So it's back to the practice rooms for us.
Yeah.
Kojon Quartet.
Yes, Wong Kojon Guitar Quartet.
Now, you've only just formed, haven't you?
Yes, this year.
What Queen songs are you going to do?
It's the medley from, it contains 4 songs. Love of My Life, Bohemian Rhapsody, We Are the Champion, and We Will Rock You.
Fantastic.
Waratep.
Kun Waratep. He is one of the guys who from the Guitar Society, and you teach there.
Yes.
And what kind of things do you teach?
Mostly we teach the acoustic guitar. I mean, not only the classical one, but like pop music or jazz or some kind of fingerstyle music also.
Right. You like to cross styles, don't you, sometimes?
Yes.
And what are you going to be playing for us tonight?
First, I will play 2 songs by the Beatles, and then followed by the song named Poro. Poro is one kind of Columbia dance. And then the last one, I play Maple Leaf Rag by Scott Joplin.
So it's a real mixture.
Yes.
Kudalak here, who's one of the main organisers. You've basically put this whole thing together, haven't you?
Yes, actually, yes. I did everything.
How did it all start?
It started, you mean the beginning, three or 4 years ago. Just I met some important people who advised me to why we don't do any activities in Pattaya. And I suggest to everybody who want to play guitar, become guitarist, must to understand that he will live all life very poor because there is no money to make with music, and only very few get rich. But it is not the sense to get rich; it is to make art.
Yes.
Yeah?
You have to have a passion for it, don't you? Because it takes a lot of practice.
I love playing guitar. Since I'm born, I never have another idea than play guitar. I was useless for anything. I won't just practice guitar. That's still, I am now 50 and still the same.
So you may not make a lot of those kind of notes, but lots of musical notes.
Too much notes.
Carpio is a virtuoso guitarist from the Philippines. Now, have you played in Pattaya before?
This is my first time here, actually.
First time?
Yeah.
Okay, well, welcome.
Oh, thank you.
How did you get into playing classical guitar? What was it, the spark that made you want to actually play this style?
Basically, I started playing guitar in high school. Then, during that time, I don't have any idea about the classical guitar. And then I went to UP, and then studied classical guitar. And then from there, everything happened.
So basically you started playing what, pop music?
Pop
rock
music, yeah. I used to play in a band before, and then I didn't know that a classical guitar exists until after high school. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So then all of a sudden a lot more practice, I suppose.
Yeah. I tend to lock myself in a room for about 4 to 5 hours a day before.
Yeah. Okay. What's your favorite style?
Right now it's classical. So basically I like contemporary music for the classical guitar. So
Right.
yeah.
Any particular writers or composers?
Composers, Bach and Scarlatti. Yeah.
Well, in the world of classical guitar music, avant-garde usually means I haven't got a clue for me. But here's a couple of guys who really know what they're doing. And we have the guitar maker here.
Yuichi Imai.
Yuichi Imai. And you made this lovely guitar.
Yes.
What goes into making a great guitar?
I understand your question, but difficult to make answer. But my guitar is quite traditional Spanish style.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you just play a little bit of it so we can hear the tone of it? That's a beautiful tone, isn't it? Is a lot of it to do with the wood?
Wood? Top wood is spruce, and back and side is Brazilian rosewood.
Oh, really? So it's very special wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not special. Of course, these days it's very difficult to get good quality one like this quality. But this is one of most traditional wood for classic guitar.
Right.
Yeah.
And what about the fretboard? Because I know the intonation has to be exactly right, so very accurate. Yeah.
This is ebony, made from ebony.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about the strings? What strings do you use?
Strings is nylon strings, and also nylon, but inside is nylon and outside is steel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a combination. How long would it take you to make a guitar like this?
Only working time to do by hand, I think around 100 hours.
Okay.
But of course, wood, we need good seasoning wood. So waiting time for seasoning wood, we need more than 5 years. For instance, this one, this wood is a very old wood.
Right.
I got it from Brazil, and this wood before I made a guitar more than 100 years ago. It was house material.
Right.
Yeah, a church.
I always know that Brian May from Queen, he made his guitar out of a very old piece of wood as well.
Yeah.
And how much would a guitar like this be worth?
Yeah, can I say 11 or 12,000 US dollars?
12,000 US dollars.
Yeah.
Could I just have a little go on this, please?
How do you feel?
Well, I would like to play a piece by Led Zeppelin tonight. No, I tell you what, I'll leave it to you, the master. Thank you. Top of the bill, I have to say, is Mr. Paul Cezarczyk. Is that right?
That's correct. That's absolutely right. Yeah.
Now, you're originally of Polish descent, but you grew up in America, is that right?
I was born in Poland, and my parents emigrated to the United States, and when I was 8 years old, and I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. That's where in an ethnic neighborhood, and that's where I call home. At least until 3 years ago when I moved here.
Now, maybe they put you as top of the bill because you're a doctor. Is that right? A doctor of music?
Yeah, it's true. I'm a doctor. I don't know if that's why they put me up there, but that's right. I kind of finished all my education that was available, and so I went all the way to the in terms of finishing my studies.
And you've won many awards over the years. Just tell us about some of the awards that you've had.
Well, I've won the Andres Segovia Award, which was given to me by Manhattan School of Music, and an Artist International Award in New York. So those are just two that I can think of. My father is a guitarist. You know, it's interesting because at first I just did it because he told me to do it, and then it became a profession and a passion, yeah. And I do have a passion for it. I mean, at some point, it really developed into a passion. At first, it was just kind of do this.
But I was watching you warm up, and when you play, you keep your eyes closed a lot of the time. You don't even look at the guitar, do you?
No, sometimes I do, but it kind of music for me exists not on the fretboard, but in my mind. So I actually don't need to quite. And actually, closing my eyes gives me a kind of inner silence, maybe, you know, and maybe isolates the ear a little bit more. Once you close your eyes, your ear becomes a little bit more attuned. So that's the idea behind that.
The quality's been very high. What did you think of it? So there you go. That was the thoughts of Ken Minahan.
I had to do that. How much tape you got there?